How you doing? I think everybody would agree we all want a great recall from a dog. The command come. The problem is most people don't do the work. Now in earlier videos we've done the basics of it in a controlled environment on a long lead. But then it's important we transition to more real world environments. This is obviously just a town area with kids and dogs and bikes and so forth. This could be at the beach, which is going to be very challenging. I'd say that would be your last step. When we're learning recall, with our teaching recall to dogs, we want to transition from slightly busier areas each time, but don't put them in an area where they're going to fail. So we're going to do the same principle, long lead, and all I'm going to do is let Nash get distracted. When he is distracted, we're going to use his name and then the recall command. Now, I want him to come and sit straight in front of me, and if he doesn't, you'll see me sort of correct him because I try to set that standard each time. Does he come without food? Yes, he does. He's got a very good recall. But we're going to show you how to do this. So remember, we don't want to practice stay and come together. Stay is practiced by itself. Recall is practiced by itself. And I always want you to do it from this environment where you don't tell him to do anything. He's not looking at you. Then you call him. So here, I'll do his first one. So I haven't told him to stay. I didn't tell him to lay down. Nash, come. Quick. Yes, good. Perfect. Now, you can use that marker of yes, the second, good boy, free. The second they engage with you. So remember, the purpose of a marker is to create a bridge between the dog being marked for the action they do and being rewarded. In other words, he's at a distance, I can say yes, and he knows that yes is going to equal food or pat or something good when he gets to me. Could be a tug toy, which he loves. Let's do it again. Here's a good one. Nash, come, quick, let's go. Good, yes, good job, good. I don't expect any faster than that. That's good. He was middle of the sniffing. This is when we want to call him. So we're just going to walk up here, and when he's not focused on me is when I'm going to call him. Let's go, buddy. So I'm just going to let him wander off. Nash, come. Hand signal straight up in the air. Yes, good. I add a little bit of movement. If I want my dog to run faster at me, I add more fast movement backward. It's called a prey-driven recall. I'll show you. So if I run backwards, he will come quicker. Nash, come. Yes, good. Yes, you can see they are a reflection of us. When you put in motivation, your dog will give you motivation. If you're boring, your dog will be boring. They'll walk to you slow. You are trying to outweigh their interests of what's down here. Dogs and kids and bikes and boats and all sorts of stuff. So if you are boring, you're not very valuable to your dog. If you want them to give you motivation, you're going to be motivated. Nash, come. Yes, good job. Yes. Nice straight sit, and that's what I want. A hand signal is just two hands up in the air. You don't have to use it each time. I'm just demonstrating there. It's generally this. You think about if someone's 100 meters from you, you want to get their attention, you'd go like this. So that's what that's for. Let them get distracted. Remember, don't put the come command in until your dog is looking at you by their name. This is why dogs should have very good name recognition. See, here's a good example. Nash, come, quick. Yes, good job, good. Now, even though that accidentally happened, that actually is the next step, but you can't do it in a public area where you're not allowed. But your second step is dropping the lead. You could do a couple of safe ones. Essentially, he's on a lead, but it's just near me. This is your second step. Lead still on him, but dropped on the ground. And then your last step, or maybe your third, might be a short lead and then no lead. So if the lead is dropped, and I do the same thing, Nash, come. Yes, good job. Beautiful. Getting a good recall out of your dog comes down to a couple of things. One of them is breed dependent. I've said that before. Some dogs are very easy to teach recall, others are more difficult. And then secondly, it's the work you put in. You've got to do these repetitions, and you've got to practice in a real world environment. If you just go from a controlled environment and get a perfect recall and then do it in a really stimulated environment, it's not going to work. You've got to transition to that, and you've got to practice in those areas. Don't just expect your dog to be able to do it with nothing happening and then suddenly be able to do it better than that. They need to be conditioned to learn there's a distraction, there's a dog, there's a bike, and they still have to have the name recognition. Let's do one more to finish it off. He's over there. I'll make a bit more distance. Listen to my voice inflection. Sharp voice. Nash, come. Yes, good. Let's go. Come. Yes. Beautiful. Free. Good. Now, I did a few more recall commands there where I was going come and come, just to demonstrate to you that when you've got a dog that's not as good as Nash at recall, We want to have tunnel vision. I'll do one more of those, and what I'll show you what I mean by creating tunnel vision. We want a dog to only see you. So if you stop talking, often dogs will be halfway towards you, you stop talking, they see something else and they shoot off. You need to keep talking to them to keep them focused on you. So let me do one more of those. I'll go this way and then I'll run back over. Let's go, free. And I'll do it like he's a beginner dog. He knows what I'm doing. Free, go on buddy, free. I tell him free, let him go. Here we go. Nash, come, come, come. Yes. Beautiful. Now, he doesn't have to sit at the end. Obviously, he's not a beginner, so he does. But with beginner dogs, when they're coming in, don't worry about the sit, because we want to mark the he's eating the wet grass. We want to mark the behavior they're doing. We want to mark the recall, not the sit. So if you reward the sit, maybe in a dog's mind they're getting the food for the sit, not the recall. So we just want to try and eliminate that and really mark the yes for running to you and reward that behavior for getting to you, not for the next action of sitting. So that's sort of your second step of recall, from the park to another park, but definitely real world. Lots of distractions. Remember, do it legally. Wherever area you're in, have a lead on your dog. You don't want to get yourself in trouble. You want to keep your dog safe, other dogs safe, other people safe. And from here, maybe a busier area, but remember, do not go to no lead until you can do 10 times 100% perfect of every repetition before you make it more challenging for your dog. Take it slow, do the repetitions, be consistent, be patient, enjoy it, have fun, and you can get the recall that you want. I'll see you in your next training video. Bye.